think that Ben just doesn't have the experience. Say, look, you know, I'm going to make the greatest deals you've ever seen on trade. We're going to run the military properly. I'm going to take care of the vets. Ben can't do those things. Ben cannot deal on trade. Ben cannot deal with... It's not his thing, George. You know, you're born with it. It's not his thing. He hasn't got the temperament for it. It's not the right thing for him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the one and only Dick Morris, Newsmax TV Political Analyst, presidential strategist, best-selling author of Power Grab. Hello, Dick.
Hey, good to be with you, Steve.
Always good to talk to you, sir. I want to get to what Donald Trump said in a moment, but you wrote a great piece today at Newsmax.com, which is a very interesting take indeed, and that is that you don't believe that that the media is actually needed at the presidential debates. Explain that.
Yeah, who needs them? Go back to the old Lincoln-Douglas debate format. They didn't have media there. Lincoln got up to speak, Douglas got up, then Lincoln, then Douglas, then Lincoln, then Douglas, and then everybody went home. I think what you should do is have all 10 candidates, or maybe whittle it down to 7, speak for 2 or 3 minutes each. And when they finish, go back to the beginning and they speak for 2 or 3 minutes each, and then go back to the beginning and go through the cycle as long as you can. Over 2 hours, each person would have the right to speak for about 6 times for about 12 minutes. And let them choose the topic. Let them talk about whatever they want to. Let them rebut anything they wish to. Let them elaborate. Let them contradict. Let them attack. Don't tell them what to talk about, because the key part of determining who ought to be president is what their priorities are, what they think are important. And let's see what they choose, what they bring up in the debates, and take the news media out of it. Forget that the media is biased. It's just irrelevant to this process and gets in the way of getting to see the candidates. And you don't need network sponsorship for it. Just hold it in a hall, and I guarantee.
Well, you guarantee that the media will be there in mass to cover it?
Of course.
Yeah. You know what? That is a very interesting concept, and I would love to see that at least tried, because I think people would be...
And we'll cover it wall to wall.
Yeah.
The networks who love these debates because they can sell ad times at huge price increases, way above their normal audience, won't be able to. But you can bet that they'll cover it, and you can bet that you'll get your normal 15 to 20 million people watching, whether it's on C-SPAN or the cooking channel. We'll find it.
I say put it on Newsmax TV, Dick.
Right.
All right, let's move on. You heard Donald Trump. He was at it today. He had a press conference, and he was on Good Morning America in that particular soundbite, I believe, and said that you know, Ben Carson just not qualified. I know you're not a fan of Ben Carson. Tell me where you think we stand today in the wake of the most recent polls. We have the Reuters poll that Donald Trump is very happy with, over 31%, a huge lead over Carson. We have the NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, which shows Carson leading, and that's on the heels of the CBS New York Times polls that also showed Carson leading nationally.
I've not seen the Reuters poll, but I've seen the other two. I think that in the sound bite you played before my segment, Trump was on the wrong track. He should not be attacking Carson for lack of experience. We want people with less experience. We want people from outside of government who are crafting new ground. But what we don't want is a weak leader. And I think that Trump is strong, and I think Carson is weak. And I think that's what he should be projecting. That's what the polling suggests, and I think it's what Trump should do. I think you have a race between the polling frontrunners, Trump and Carson, and that will either continue or they will sink back to earth. We just can't tell. And then under that is the undercard. You have the real contest, which may never come to the fore, because it may be Trump or Carson. Well, which is increasingly Rubio against Cruz, right, with Bush falling out of it.
Well, I want to talk about Bush with you for a second, because you also said that Jeb is indistinguishable from both his brother and his father, and that's to his detriment.
Yeah, I think that, and in a sense, to the extent that he's distinguishable, he suffers by comparison.
All right, we lost your audio there for a second. Go ahead.
We clearly do not want Fundamentally, we do not want a rehashing of the past. And Jeb Bush reeks of the past. And we see him, and we see his brother, and we see his father. And those were not very successful presidencies. Bush 41, for all that we like him these days, failed to win a third term.
Okay.
Bush 43 clearly could not have won a third term.
Dick, I appreciate your time, sir. Always great to talk to you. Thank you very much. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the end, folks. Dick Morris, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up his book, of course, Power Grab, New York Times bestseller. Up next, former Colorado Congressman Tom Tancredo. Don't go away.